You ready? Alright. Look, dog, I'm extra unique. My whole aura screen telling it. Stop playing.
Another episode of Underrated Podcast. Dayon Dunlap, of course, here with Shannon Shorter. Special guest here today from Lakeland, Florida. Oak Hill Hall of Fame, McDonald's All-American, 40th NBA pick, father, and now huge star overseas. None other than Dwayne Bacon.
As they call you. What's up, bro?
That's good.
Appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Appreciate y'all for having me. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Man, definitely appreciate it. To start, bro, when I was doing my research and kind of watching some of your vlogs and your YouTube channel, when you went from McKeel High School, your 7th grade year was on varsity, right? Mm-hmm. And I saw that you mentioned that at that time you was looking to go to the next level. Who influenced you, or who was like around you that drew you to Oak Hill?
Well, at the time, it was my AAU coach, which she actually was a lady, Coach Diane. She still coached my same AAU team to this day. And I met her like 8th grade, and she like just changed my whole perspective on AAU. Cause at first I didn't really know, we got this team in Lakeland called the Fire, where all the like just kids, if you play football, no matter what sport you play just for the Lakeland Fire. But when I met her in Orlando, I don't know how she even found me. And she like came to my game one day. She's like, she want me and my best friend to play with her. And once I started playing with her, she started taking me to Georgia, and South Carolina. We driving to Ohio in vans. Just
got you out the hometown.
Yeah, she got me out my city. So once I started playing every year, like I'm just looking at her to like, damn, she gonna come back and get me. And she kept coming, and then that's how you see all them vlogs from way back then. It's just like, she just had a cameraman just following us. And we didn't even know, like, at the time, we don't even know what YouTube is.
Right.
Like, they just got a camera out, this man following us. Now we know, like, he was getting paid hella money, because there's millions of views on there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she like, kind of like, once I got with her, it just changed everything. She knew Oak Hill, she knew Mount Verd. She had me set, I took a visit to Mount Verd before I went to Oak Hill.
Okay.
But that was all because of her. Like, she knew everybody.
Yeah, one of the things, like I was just telling Shannon, that I heard was exposure leads to expansion. So did she expose you to different things as you travel through AAC, starting to see different talent, different areas within the pursuit of being, first is collegiate, because when you're at that level, you want to make it to college, right? Then eventually to the pros, or you have the viewpoint, of course, wanting to go pro. What were you learning within that time as you began to go to different states outside of Lakeland and to be able to play different types of talent overall? What did that do for you as a young man versus not being stuck in your hometown?
I mean, it just made me want to keep playing. That's what was exciting about it. Like when you come from where we come from, it's only football. Yeah. Like, nobody has like ever really made it from my city. Like, from my county, we got like Tracy McGrady, we got Amar Stoudemire, we got those guys. But as far as from like where I'm from, like we got hella football stars. Like, nobody don't play basketball. So when she came and took me out, and I'm like, damn, like I started, because all I did was play football. I ain't gotta be in the sun. Yeah. I could be in the AC all day.
Taking hits.
Dribble, dunk, shoot. Yeah, I want to do this. Like, and I just stuck with it. Like, I was so dedicated to it without even knowing. I was like, just to get away from my house, because my mom got 5 kids. So just to like get away from my house, I'm going to stay at her house just because I want to make sure I'm on time for the tournament. She only got 2 sons. So it's like, when I go over there, it's like, it's family. It's all boys. Like, she fed me. She took me wherever. She never asked me for nothing. And like, it ended up working out, because I ended up like, she was probably using me, but I was probably like using her too. Like, and she was helping me.
You being a dual sport athlete at a young age, what shifted? Like, off camera, you told me you love football. You told me you were supposed to be in the league.
I still love football to this day. Like, that's I don't know, football was always my first look. Like, my dad to this day, my dad don't know nothing about sports, but Like when we was young, he'll drive all the way to cause him and my mom went together. He'll drive all the way to my house like 7 a.m., 6 a.m., pick me up, cause this is the time I'm playing flag. That's how my love for football started. Like they just put me in it. Like it wasn't no basketball.
Yeah.
Like so I was football through and through. Like everybody in my city thought I was gonna play football. And then I got to the 9th grade, I played football. You know, football come first. I played my football season. I was killing. Like punt return, wide receiver, like I'm killing. Like I played football like regular. I played basketball season. After that, like I sat down with my mom and she like, so what you gonna do? I said, I think I'm gonna just not play football no more.
Wow.
At this point, like, were you being recruited? Or
but like in 9th grade, I was talking to, it wasn't like I was being recruited in basketball either. Like I was really just picking up on basketball. I ain't start playing basketball that early. Like, so I ain't have nothing by that time, early 9th grade. Like, but like the football coach was like, bro, like stay. Like they was calling my mom, calling my dad, like please, like we want him to stay, like play, like. But I'm like, nah. And at the time, I feel like, bro, I can't do both.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to do both. I just want to do one, focus on that, try to be as good as I can be in this one. Then I end up picking basketball.
One of the debates, side note, we from Texas. You from Florida. Florida, Texas.
Football, yeah.
Florida, Texas.
Florida for sure.
You said that with your chest.
I said it, yeah. I believe. I think them the best two states for football, but I just done seen so much come from our little city, and I ain't even by Miami. Like I ain't even touched Miami yet. Like
I remember Florida in general got some killers.
Yeah, we got like a lot of football, and I don't know, man. I went to one practice in high school, like towards the end of the season. I don't know what I seen, but the next day I just didn't go back to football. Like, it was over.
So as you put your focus on basketball and you were playing AAU, when did you learn the work ethic that it takes to get to pro college? And within that journey, who introduced you to that work ethic? Or, because I'm sure at first you just going off natural talent, right?
Yeah.
And so what within that did you actually, okay, I got to really dedicate myself, and not only with my God-given talent, but put work in actually to continue to get better and develop?
I ain't really know what it took to get to the league until I got to Oak Hill.
Steve Smith.
Yeah.
What separates him from your public school coach, the IMG Academy coach?
My public school coach was just, he had me and my best friend. He had never had the talent like that before.
So he was just
our school is like predominantly white. Like, it's a white school, but like everybody there loved us. Like, like we just uniforms. Like it's the only school in the city uniforms. You gotta wear uniforms. But I've been going to this school since 3rd grade. It's like kindergarten all the way to 12. I've been going here since 3rd or 4th grade, all the way to 11th grade. So like he just knew he had 2 kids coming up. Like he knew he had 2 kids coming up. Like he used to come down elementary and just like, all right, this. Y'all, who they say we got coming up in sports, because we was just athletic. Yeah. Then we end up playing, so he didn't really know too much about basketball. And then when I went to IMG, it was like, that coach ain't really know too much. But when I went to Oak Hill, it was like, all right, these motherfuckers know what it is. Like he he telling me exactly what to do, and then they just instill, just keep going. Like, so when I got there, I feel like I unlocked a whole nother level to like how I even see it, how I even see my future, how I see my work ethic, how I want to do it. Like they instilled in me walking in the gym, like, all right, babe, get somebody going, like just talk shit to them, like just get, like they instilled that. And then they talk, like they instilled that. They like, I had it, but they like really.
So is Oak Hill really how like they say it is, where it's literally just classroom, basketball, study hall, basketball type, back to your room, back to the gym, and it's in the middle of nowhere?
If you can survive there, I feel like it's in the middle of nowhere. Like the closest thing you're gonna get, driving is an hour. Closest thing driving is an hour. So like they tell everybody this story when they get there, like when Brandon Jennings got dropped off, like he like was walking like he like tried to leave and was walking away from it. Like it's nothing but woods and like it snow, it get below -5. Like yeah, like bro, like when I was at Oak Hill, bro, we had rats. Like the dormitory was old. I was on the last year of like what they been had. Now it's like brand new. And, like, but when I was there, bro, we had mice. Cold. I'm sleeping in 2 jackets, but at this point I was dedicated to. Like we traveling when it's season, we was traveling we played 50 games. I went to Hawaii, I went to LA. This was my first time seeing a lot of, like, you feel me? I'm in Oregon, I'm in DC, we travel every week. Yeah, so it was like, but nobody don't tell you that, bro. I seen real rats at Oak Hill. Like in my stuff, I gotta make sure everything up before I leave in the morning to go to class. And right after class, we got practice. I gotta come right back to here,
right?
Or walk to the cab. Like, bro, it's this is what we lived in. Like exactly, Cav school houses. The gym was attached to the school, so Cav school house. That's it.
You said that they helped unlock certain parts of your game. What about your confidence at that time? Once you got there, playing with all the names that you got, even playing against that competition, did that help unlock some of your confidence to let you know that, okay, I'm really him and I can really do something?
Yeah, I mean, I always felt like, because during my AAU days, I played Reebok. So nobody really played Reebok like that. Everybody was Nike, Adidas, shit, even Under Armour at the time. So that was when Reebok like had just rebranded their stuff, having the camps, like doing all this stuff, taking people to Rucker Park, taking a team to Rucker Park. On the team, it was like me, Donovan Mitchell, it was Derrick Jones, like. So once I started like playing Reebok, I kind of felt it because we ain't Nike or nothing, but we playing against everybody. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know, when I got to Oak Hill, I did play against like everybody. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't know, that type of basketball in high school is just different. Like it was coming from, we don't play national wide. And I remember like, after I thought I was going to IMG to play a national schedule, but at the time IMG wasn't even what IMG is now. Okay. Like, it was building. Mm-hmm. And once I realized that, I left my 11th grade, then I went to Oak Hill, and then it was just like, when I'm on the phone with them, hey, yo, like, I want to come there, like, yeah, well, we play here. Oh, yeah, I want to come, like, I want to come. All right, now, like, it's in the middle of nowhere. Like, I get dropped off, mom go to crying. I'm like, all right, I'll holler at you, like, I'm ready to hoop. And it changed everything for me. I feel like that was a turning point in my life, my basketball career. Like, once I got there and I did what I did there, like, to answer your question, I ain't feel like, I felt like I was a top 5 player in the country. Yeah.
So, like, for those that don't know, Oak Hill is one of them places that's, like, a gold mine for basketball talent. Steve Smith and coach, Brandon Jennings, Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Durant, Michael Beasley, Nolan Smith, Rod Street. You know, the list goes on. So you went there for 1 year, 25, 4-4, McDonald's All-American. We know the numbers, we know the accolades. But for those that don't know, you just got inducted into the Hall of Fame or getting ready to be inducted into the Hall of Fame off one season. Yeah. How does that, like, make you feel? Did it, like, add any more validation to you as a ball player, or like, because that's Oak Hill Hall of Fame different from any other Hall of Fame in high school.
And I think, and this was the first Hall of Fame. I don't really think it really add validation to myself, but I think people that really know basketball, then they should look at it as, you know, well, he did something. Like, bad enough, like, all right, I made the NBA, and I actually played, and I actually averaged double figures, so that's something there because everybody don't do that. But absolutely, to play at a school like that and to be in the Hall of Fame off 1 year, I feel like it adds validation. Yeah. Hell yeah, because I got inducted into the Hall of Fame at a high school. Kevin Durant got inducted to the Hall of Fame at Carmelo Anthony, like, them legends. Yeah. Like, you feel me? They should be in the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Rondo should be in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely. Like, you feel me? Like, so for me to be inducted and we all got inducted at the same time, like, I think it do, because I was one of them guys. Yeah. Like 25 ain't no
like
nowhere. Yeah. Like so, and we actually won. We only lost one game that year. Like we was winning. I wasn't just having 25 and we lost 5 games. We lost in the national championship game. And was up 18, which is embarrassing to say. And we was up 18, so like we was killing. And a lot of the guys that I had on my team, we didn't have, the only top 20 guy on my team was me. Like we had all guys that just knew they role. Like that's what happens when you like go to Oak Hill, and like we had all our players was ranked, but we had guys that just knew they role. Like, this motherfucker gonna rebound. This motherfucker gonna knock down the tray. He can post. He gonna block shots. Terrence gonna defend, and Brandon Jensen's little brother gonna defend, and he gonna pass that thing. He been there 4 years. He the lead in assist, all-time leading assist there. He gonna pass that thing. And just to think about that, he was there 4 years. Then get inducted to the Hall of Fame. I think this is crazy. All-time leading assist, and I was there 1 year. That should tell you a lot of what I was doing.
You was doing some things.
Yeah.
What made you stay home for college? Like what? Because a lot of highly ranked, they going to the Blue Bloods, they going to food with Calipari, they going up to UNC to food with Roy Williams, Duke. You feel what I'm saying? So what made you stay home?
Well, Florida State, Coach Ham had contacted me like 8th grade. He ain't offered me, but like, I thought it was awful, but I don't vividly remember him like, all right, we offer you now. But he contacted me, we was talking. We was in communication. It's like they waiting, like, yeah, we here. And then I had my assistant coach for Florida State, CY. He at Missouri now. He was at Georgia Southern, the head coach at Georgia Southern. He used to come to McKill all the time, like, and they had offered me. Georgia Southern, that was my first offer, Georgia Southern. He had offered me, but he was at McKill like all the time. Come eat with me, come chill, come. Feel me, like random time, like he'll just pull up. Like he had to do it like 4, 5, 6 times, like just pulling up, talking to me, eating with me. And then he went to Florida State like my 11th grade year. And by the beginning of 12th grade, I was already like, I'm going here. But I did have a time at Oak Hill where Coach Smith called me in the office. He's like, man, I had just played Hargrave. I don't know if you know that school name, Hargrave.
Yeah, military academy.
I had just played them. I had 40. Everybody was in there. And he was like, man, you know, Coach Seth wants you to come to Kansas. So I'm like, all right. Like, so what you think I should do? Like, man, I don't know, like, but that's Kansas. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm a decommit. So I called Florida State, like, yo, I'm about to decommit. I think I'm gonna go somewhere else. They're like, hold on. Man, they flew out to Florida State that night. I mean, they flew out to Oak Hill that night, like middle of nowhere, drove up. Like I said, you can't fly. You gotta fly to the nearest. They drove up, we talked. I was solid from there. Like ever since I was solid for there. And it was just like, and it was the same 2 guys. It was Coach Ham and it was CY. Like, you feel me? They ain't never did nothing. They just like, I don't know, man. I felt safe going to them guys. They made my mom feel so safe. Like going to them. Like, I remember I took my visit to USC and she was just like, man, this far. Like this far. Like if you want to do it, we can do it, but this far. Yeah. But like the whole time, like it's like, hey, this is my career, but she like this far. Like, then we went to Florida State. She like, yeah, I think you should. Yeah. So I ended up committing on my visit to Florida State. Like I just went ahead and told them like, yo, I'm coming here.
You get there your freshman year, and how much did Oak Hill, living on a campus, did that prepare you for life in college? Because I saw one of your interviews where you said how you kind of just referenced how certain situations at Florida State, kind of how Oak Hill prepared you. So kind of in reference to lifestyle, making decisions and kind of being acclimated versus how a lot of high school kids now go their route, and that's preparing you from college. So for your experience, how did Oak Hill prepare you for your time at Florida State before we get to your accolades while in hooping?
Well, I was basically like out of my mom's house at 10th grade.
Okay.
Basically, I went to IMG the start of 11th grade, so I wasn't living in the house then.
Yeah.
Like that was in Bradenton. We stayed in Lakeland. That was still like a 4 or 5 hour drive, something like that. I'm not sure, but then when I actually went back to McKeel at the end of my 11th grade year, and then went to Oak Hill, it was like I was already numb to it. Like I said, my mom dropped me off at Oak Hill and she cried like, I'm dropping you way in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. So when I went straight from Oak Hill
to Florida State.
I didn't even go back home. I went straight from Oak Hill to Florida State. Like
more distractions, better.
More distractions, better. Like at the time, my uncle was like the head promoter of one of the clubs. He had been there 4 years. He went to FAM. I had a cousin that went to FAM. So I was already going to Florida State anyway. I already knew how the life was. Like, it's a reason I'm so invested in. I got family that graduated from Florida State. Like, so
it's legacy there.
Yeah, it's legacy there. So when I went up there, it was like, they knew, like the coaching staff knew, everybody knew that, like what type of person I was. Like, I've never been, you feel me, distracted by too many things when I got my mind on something.
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? I got my mind on this, ain't nobody finna fuck it up.
How did you get to have that mental discipline? Was that something you just kind of developed, or who helped you form that mental discipline?
My mom and my dad. Yeah, they been in my life, my entire life. They taught me everything I need to know about life. My dad, most people don't, but I'll be around my dad. Most people don't even think that's my dad. My dad don't say nothing. He don't say nothing. But the way he raised me, because I done made mistakes, but the way he raised me is just like, you feel me? I can't do no wrong. Like I watched this man just, you feel me, come out of obstacles and totally change. He went from prison a long time to get out, working a job 20 years. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like raising me, my brothers, my sister, like, and never he don't never complain. He don't never ask me for. I done made a lot of money. He's never asked me for a dime. I still go home to we got a routine. I still go home. Anytime I go home, my dad naturally just buys me a rental car. Like, get me a rental car. He don't ask for the money back. He don't, you feel what I'm saying? So like, he taught me how to be who I am. So going out there in the real world, it was easy for me because they've been in my life my whole entire life. They always had a system. My mom ain't never touched me, but she done put me in the car and took me to my dad's house and with my ass. So it's like, you feel me? I was raised right.
Yeah. Okay.
I was raised right. I know how to talk to people. I know how to, you feel me? I know how to turn it on and off.
That's
like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, they raised me exactly. I don't think it could have went no other way. Like, you feel what I'm saying? They raised me exceptionally well.
With you being a parent now, I'm a father as well, and I was talking to my brother about this recently. It's one thing as you get to adult, you think about having kids, knowing what you want to do and how you want to raise them, and reflecting from your childhood and what should have been and could have been done. But it's a whole different thing from acting it out with your children. That's the hardest part. And so within you having the foundation that your parents built for you, now having children yourself and realizing the importance of that foundation, I'm sure, what's your approach on parenting?
Well, it was still hard for me though. Even when I had kids, it was still hard for me. Like, even though they instilled so many great things in me, just having like you said, having your own child, it was hard at the beginning. Like, I didn't know how to treat my kids at the beginning. Not mostly my kids, but my son was first. My son's 7, my daughter's only 4. So for those first 2 years, I felt like I didn't really know how to treat him. Like, I used to find myself yelling at this innocent baby, like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do, but he don't know no better. So, as I grow and as I sit back and reflect on me and my dad relationship and everything that we've been through, I was looking like, all right. In reality, I had to go through all this too. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But now, my son is my son and my daughter, we like, me and my son for sure, my daughter be in her own world, she don't care. Like, but my son, like, just to see him, like, oh man, I can get sad about it every time, cause it's like, that's my guy. To have somebody that just love me for me and just want to be up under me all the time, like never want to leave me, like that shit just make me sad every time. Because even though I wasn't like that with my dad, you would think I was like that with my dad. That's like, he didn't take it no way. Like, I never wanted to stay at my dad's house. My little brother that passed away, he did. Always over there. I'm always with my mom, like, but my dad never treated me no different way. So that's why it's just, I don't know, man, it touch in a totally different way having your own kids, because like I look at him like, and he be looking at me like, it's different when you got somebody looking for your validation in everything they do. And I'm trying to teach him like, bro, you don't even need to get validation from me sometimes. Just do you, be a kid. But he like, man, I want you to see this. I want you to see this. I want you to do this. He'll call me, your jumper broke. And he can shoot. He good too. Like, he want to play basketball on his own. I'm not forcing it in him. So it's like, I don't know, I can go so many different ways with that. It's just amazing though.
I know you had your son from a prior relationship. So how do you navigate that, especially you being the father and loving your kids the way you love them? Is that difficult for you to be in a long distance type situationship like that?
No, I think when you mature, it's just like, and when you don't want, like, you know, now I look at it, it's like, I know my kid's gonna have a stepfather. So, you know, I respect her and her situation. My baby mama, like, you know, I respect her and her situation. And she know I got my situation, so it's just like, nah, it used to be difficult when we was just young-minded and not understanding, like, it's about them and not about us for real. But now, like, you know, we've been out of a relationship a minute.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in my current relationship 3 years, so it's been a while.
Right.
Like, and it just works. I call my kids every day. She'll call me if if they need some, and it's like, we just communicate. Like, I go out there, I get my little spot, they'll come stay with me while I'm out there in my little spot. Or like, I had my son here the whole July. So I just went out there, I picked him up, brought him back. He was out here the whole July. And that's how we do it. Like, it ain't really too much. It's easy to navigate now because we both moved on. Like, she got a relationship, I got my relationship. Yeah, it's respect though. Like, it's not like I done talked to her, you know, her significant other. She talks to my significant other. So it's like, it's all maturity now. Like, you got to get to that point though, because it don't be like that.
It took you some time?
It took time. Okay. Yeah, it took time.
I had to look
and a lot of times, like, what's more difficult about it though, it took time, but the time that it took, I was overseas, so it was pounding me at the time. Like,
you know, you got a lot of idle time overseas.
Boy, like, I'm just sitting here like, I ain't got no game today because we played 2 times this week, but like, at a time, you ain't answer the phone, bro. I'm calling my kids. Like, so it took time, but now I can't ask for nothing better now.
I seen you commented on the toil of being overseas rather than being in the NBA where you can be close to your kids. Like, has that gotten better for you, or is it still a challenge every time you leave?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge every time I leave because they mine. and I just love them to death. And if I could, I would be around them every single day. But like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm working for them. So that's the easier part. I'm working for them. Like, my kid's young, so my kid's 7 and 4. By the time I'm 35 or 36 or whenever I want to call it quits, it'll be a time to where, you know, they might just be hitting high school for real. You feel what I'm saying? So once they hit high school and I can be there to, you know, if he want to play all his games or whatever my daughter want to do, all her stuff, at the end of the day, I know my work, you know, at the end of the day paid off because I'm here now. Like, I'm still in their life. Of course, I'm like, when I played in Puerto Rico for that, my son came like for that time. So it's like, I'm always gonna be in their life, but you know, I'm looking at it as like, I'm grinding for them so they can have no wants for nothing. Like, because when I was coming up, if somebody would have told my dad to go overseas and play for basketball for some money, I'm sure he would have left too. And I wouldn't have looked at him no different. So, I don't know. It was a lot of time my dad spent away and he was in jail, not making no money. He got out and I looked at him the same way. Like, you a great man still. Like, people just go through stuff. So, and that's the thing about my son. That's why I get so sad about it, because it's like, I can be away for all that time and come back. Like, my daughter, she don't really understand. Yeah. But I can be away from my son and come back, and he, like, it'd be like the love is greater now. Yeah. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because he know what I'm doing. Yeah. Like, he know what I'm doing. It's like, he know everything I'm doing. He know about a lot. Like, he know all my teammates I play with. Like, he really invested in it. So I think he look at it. Yeah, I think he look at it like, all right, that's my dad. Like, he play basketball. Like,
proud of my dad.
Yeah.
Going back to basketball, Florida State, you get there, freshman year. I vividly remember watching the game, but watching the highlight as I was preparing for our conversation, seeing you hit that shot against Florida. You from Florida, at Florida State, against Florida.
At Florida, too.
At Florida, on the road. Like, take me during that moment and that experience for you being a Florida kid, and how was that season for you as it prepared you for the next following years?
That season was great, but that moment was one of the biggest moments of my life, because like, I got a family I used to stay with where I'm from. So like, where I'm from, you drive 2 hours is Florida. Okay. You drive 2 more hours is Florida State. Okay. But you got to go through Florida to get to Florida State. Yeah. You got to go through the Gators. Yeah. You got to. Like, you can't go no other way but through Gainesville to get to Tallahassee. Yeah. So all my family was coming up for the games. My first big game in college. All my family really loved Florida. Nobody liked the Florida State until I went there. and then my cousin went there, but she ain't like play no sport. She just went there because she's smart as hell. Okay. So my cousin went there. Her family, like, you know, her mom, her dad, they love Florida State, but everybody else in our family, they love Florida. Like, that's how we was raised. Like, growing up, I was waiting on a Florida offer for a minute. Okay. Me and my best friend, like, my best friend wanted to go to Florida. We never got an offer. But so, like, that's what made it even more, like, because it's like, all right, y'all motherfuckers never offer me. We playing y'all my first year in college.
It's only right.
Only right. Yeah. I was so mad that game, and I ended up having a good game. I had like 24, hit the game, win over Casey. And at the time, like in AAU, it was at one point in time in AAU, I don't even think Casey know this, bro. Like, I was wearing number 4 because of Casey. Mm-hmm. So like, I had hit the game, went over Casey. So it was like, I don't know, that was one of the moments. And then all my family was there. Like, all my family was there. All my friends was there. Yeah, that's a 2-hour drive. So it's like, you know, you ask them to come to Tallahassee sometimes, you'll think you asking them to drive to Atlanta. Yeah. But Gainesville, they gonna make that drive, and it couldn't have been in no better I couldn't have been in no better situation just by gaming them. And you feel me, with all the like history from my family, them not offering me. I had a bunch of different things on my mind that game.
How did that, I don't want to say that moment, but that freshman season and all the experience you had within that season kind of help you prepare and excel through your rest of your time in Florida State?
I didn't want to leave Florida State.
Is that why you came back your sophomore year?
Yeah, I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave.
Did you like the college lifestyle?
So loved it. Okay. I didn't have to do nothing.
Tallahassee different too, though.
Yeah, like I didn't have to do nothing. I didn't have to do nothing. Bro, I had it great in college. Just like, I was stress free. Like, I'm not saying I'm stressing now, but at a point in my life, I was stressed. Like, but I was stress free. I was just living, having fun. Yeah. Like, and I was hooping. Like, I wasn't far from home. Like, my family came up when they wanted to see me. So it was like, I don't know. After my first year, I was gonna go to the league, but it was just like, I really had it like, man, I want to come back. Like, I'm gonna just say I want to come back to get better, but I really just want to be in. I wanted to be there. I just enjoyed being there. I just wanted to build something, like. And then I came back my second year, and I had a good year. And then my coach was like, all right, ain't nothing else really you could do for us. Yeah. We think you should go, and I just ended up going.
So when you got drafted, was it fulfilling for you? Or was that like a dream of yours? That was the vision for you?
It was never really a dream of mine.
You just was hooping because you like.
I just hooped because I like. But I didn't even really believe in my NBA dreams until like after my season at Oak Hill. Like I was never thinking about college, let alone like. But I was just playing sports to play sports. Like I was just always active. I was playing. So. It wasn't like it was a dream, like, you know how people play from they like 3. I wasn't doing that for real. Like, yeah, I was fooling around with it here and there, but I wasn't like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Like, I genuinely thought I was gonna play football. Yeah. I didn't even think I was gonna do nothing with it.
Kiwi All-American,
Yeah, All-American. But then but when I got drafted, it was definitely like, because as soon as I got drafted, like I was in New York. So I got to go on the stage, and then I was having a party at the 4040 Club because I was with Rock Nation. And when I got back there, my mom just cried for like 15 minutes. So, and then I was crying, and then it was just like, it was, I think she still got that video. Like, it's just like, it was definitely fulfilling. It's like, cause like I said, not everybody get drafted. Like, it's only 60 spots. And people don't even understand. It's like almost 600 people every year entering the draft for 60 slots. So I felt blessed, happy, and then not only I went along to play 4 years, but that was cut short just because of me though. So
you get drafted, eventually same night traded to Charlotte. They were in Charlotte at the time?
Yeah.
Charlotte. And of course, owned by Michael Jordan. I also saw where you said 2 of your mentors is Michael Jordan and Denzel Washington. And I saw you preface by saying you went to Michael Jordan's crib.
Yeah.
First, what was your first Jordan experience like? Meeting him or whatever experience comes to mind, what was your first Jordan experience like?
I think it was at a sneaker ball. Every year Charlotte have a sneaker ball where they had it because obviously he the owner of the team and he got Jordans and he was just there like chilling. It was at first it was like a blur, like, oh, this motherfucker real, like he right here in front of me. And then it just got, I don't know, it just got, I'm not like, I ain't really like, I'm shy, but like when this shit I truly believe in, fuck that. I don't care how I look, like I ain't. So it was one day we was like at a party dancing and shit. The video had like ended up getting online. I'm recording him dancing. Like I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm with MJ. I'm faded. I think I had a couple drinks and he just like laughed at it. It's all right. And then I ended up going to his house and me and Miles Bridges ended up going to his house. It was like the end of my second year. We ended up going to his house. Man, and that was probably one of the best experiences of my life. Like he like flew us out there. We got an Airbnb. He let us hold one of his cars. He like showed us all his garage, man, motherfucker. He showed us all the Ferraris he collect. He showed us film. He showed us how he was thinking when he was scoring. Like he was just talking. Chef cooked for us. Took us to the golf course. Like it's like a great 3 days. Took us on his boat. Like we did shit for 3 days, literally, like boat, golf, and just chilled. Like he just was giving us game.
What were some of your takeaways from that 3-day experience, along with all the time kind of under his umbrella, so to say?
In those 3 days, it was really, I could see his dedication to things. Okay. I could see why he was so good.
Okay. That mental discipline.
Yeah, like I could see why he was so good. Just the way he even talked about the game, the way he studied, the way he broke it down, like his film, like he's showing us shit like, you know, all his highlights ain't out there. Yeah. He's showing us like this is what I was thinking right here. Like, you know, I'm gonna get 2 threes in the game. I'm gonna get to the free throw line. They gonna foul me. Get 4 layups. You know, if I get 5 points a quarter, that's like the same shit he told Melo. Like that's real. That he telling us exactly what he doing on the film, and it's like, bro, like what you done watch this shit 30 times or something? Like, 'cause he know everything that's about to go on. But it's like you watching the greatest motherfucker alive, and like he moving fluently, like he just, and he's still doing stuff to this day. Hey, we finna go to the golf course. Like, man, that man had us on the golf course all day. Just golfing.
Talk about his competitiveness.
Just golfing all day long. We on the golf course. Like he don't want to leave, and me and Miles not even golfing. We just watching him golf with friends. Wow. Then we go to the boat. We on the boat like at least 4 or 5 hours. He fishing, like he dedicated though. Like I gotta learn how to like. Yeah. I gotta learn how to fish. Like I just gotta keep getting better at golf. Like bro, it's just like you. I mean that's him. Like I don't know why. I think he the greatest ever. So I don't know.
Nah, you ain't wrong in saying that.
I agree.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I like Bron, but
nah, you absolutely right.
I think he the great. But his dedication, you could just see it. If you around him for more than, like, he do that shit because he love to do it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you can tell because like we in a time where everybody got social media. This man ain't on none of that. Like and being around him, knowing that he don't got none of that that's even more impressive. Like because bro, you actually doing stuff. Like you actually enjoying about life. Your business and enjoying life. Like bro, he ain't even picking up. Bro, this man don't even know how to look at the phone. All he know how to do is pick up, dial his wife number. Like that's it. That's it. Like he don't even touch a phone. I'm like bro, like it's just like set. This person coming at this time, it's like his schedule is set, but like that's dedication too. Like you done put in all this work. Like I hope I can get to that one day.
You mentioned Bron, and I also saw on the interview where you said when people ask you in preference about your experience in the NBA, and you said playing against Bron helped you know that you belong and the good games that you had against not only him but his team. Kind of talk to our audience about that and your viewpoint of playing against one of the greatest.
I feel like once you know you playing against this person a couple times and they know your name and y'all ain't never spoke.
It's solidified.
Yeah,
that's it.
Like you feel what I'm saying?
Know
like,
me.
Yeah, he know me.
He don't know you.
He done said my name. He know me. Like I don't know if he because like I don't think I never really had the chance to even show my full potential in the league, but that's what I'm saying. You still know me, like you feel what I'm saying? You still know my name. I had 26 on Bron them before. I had 21 on Bron them before. I done had a couple 20 balls, like you feel what I'm saying? So I mean that ain't easy. Mm-hmm. Like it ain't easy scoring nowhere, let alone in the NBA. So it's like, you know, for whatever reason, however he know my name. Like if I was to walk past Bron today, Bron is a nice guy. He gonna be like, "What up, Bait?" Like he done called me Bait. He done called me D-Bait. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like I earned that though.
So as you transition from the league to overseas, I heard you say, "I'm out of the league because of my own doing." That tell me that you took responsibility, took accountability. You know exactly what happened, why you. Mm-hmm. Had to transition in, etc. What's the difference you've seen from overseas, Euro League, playing at them high levels in Europe? Because I have my own stance on it in the NBA. What's
Euro League is more competitive. Way more competitive. Every game. You can walk in a Euro League game and like, you literally don't know. You don't know. You don't know what you're gonna get. Might get them up. They throwing something on you at the court. It's gonna be packed every night. It's gonna be packed every night, but they might throw something on you at the court. But I ain't saying that as a negative way. I'm saying that this is how passionate these fans is. Yeah. So imagine if the fans that passionate, right? So win or lose, they ride or die. Yeah. They own their players' ass. So the players that's from these spots, passionate, they want to win. I'm all out for this team. So like when you come over there, like I can see why like it's so competitive because it's all pushed down from they fans is heavily. That's one thing they got over NBA any day. Like the fans is not even close. Like what the fans will do, but it's more talent in the NBA, but it's way more competitive in the Euro League. It's way more intense in the Euro League. You gotta really know how to play in Europe. If you don't really know how to play basketball in Europe, coming from the league, you'll be back
home
in the States within 12 business days.
When you say play basketball,
cut,
elaborate
without the ball, pass, pocket pass. No, you can't just go over there and have no back. That's what a lot of people don't understand either. I'm one of the few that just, bro, when I went over there, they told me, oh, you can't just come over here and play one-on-one. Like, okay, yeah, all right. Step right in. I was able to do what I want, but my first year in EuroLeague, I came off the bench every game. Second year I started, but that's just how, like, you feel what I'm saying?
Was
like,
that a humbling experience for you to come off the bench?
I ain't never really care about starting or coming off the bench. As long as I get in, I'm gonna make something happen. So I ain't never really care about that. Like, I was ending games.
Yeah.
Like, I was taught young, like, it don't matter who start the game. Whoever in that motherfucker, that's what's important. I was ending every game. You couldn't keep me out no game at the end of the game in Monaco. So, and we had me, Mike, we had guys, but if you don't know how to play basketball the right way, pass, cut, catch and shoot. If you can't shoot, first of all, if you can't shoot and going to Europe, bro, it ain't like, you can't do that Giannis shit. They sit in the paint. Like, no disrespect to Giannis, but you can't do that. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't come over there and just be a Giannis. Like, it's just not. Giannis successful in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
They ain't never successful, regardless he don't got, the talent on his team, but like, Giannis be taking 30 shots in the Eurobasket or whatever, because he got to, but it's just like, his team, even then, they ain't got nobody that, like, just catching and shooting and all that, but that's the stuff that you have to be over there, unless you just from over there and they know you passionate and you gonna play hard.
Before you got overseas, having the experience that you had in the NBA, what was your perception over there? Because me just being a basketball fan, my perception on professional overseas is now knowing more in depth from learning from you guys and Shannon on the competition, the skill sets, and everything that's over there. It's changed me. But people that I know regularly, they laugh. Oh, he going overseas. Yeah. So from you having experience in the NBA, what was your perception before you got there and kind of realized everything that you mentioned?
Well, before I got there, I didn't want to go. Just because, like, everybody tell you, man, overseas, cross the country is not the same. You ain't gonna. But when I got over there for myself, this shit is better than being in the States. Certain spots you go to is better than being in the States. It's better. You ain't got people down your back for 8 to 10 months.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can be free.
Yeah.
You can be free and just
do not disturb.
And just breathe, bro. Like, you might be on different time, but that's when I learned this shit gonna be here.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be here. Yeah. Like, people told me before I even went to China, oh, China this. Bro, I went to China, that was the best place I ever stayed for such a period of time, bro. Like, there's never no crime. They got cameras everywhere, you gonna get caught. This is just my type of world.
Yeah.
I ain't got nobody gonna come up to me and just get up or try to, like, you feel me, like, be too much of, you feel me, the big dog around. Bro, it's just everybody treat each other the same. Everybody, hey, how you doing? You can go do whatever you want to do and just be like, chill. Over here, you gotta maintain an image.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't reach the highest of highs, the NBA. You obviously well paid overseas, one of the best players overseas, but everybody go through adversity. How did you feel when, and obviously you're very close to your family, how did you feel when your little brother had that situation and it just...
It was tough. It was more so tough. It's tough because, how it happened and what went on, but it was tougher to see my mom cry.
Right.
Because that's like my best friend. Yeah. So she a strong woman. She was a single woman forever, 5 kids. Like, bro, we done seen everything she done did for us. Like, where she had no clothes, trying to put clothes on our man, working 2 jobs. Feel me? My mom used to work a little my mom used to work a little chicken shack job in Lakeland to where like I get out the party at the Boys and Girls Club. They'll have a Boys and Girls Club. I get out the party, walk to my mom's job, get me a crab plate, late night spot, open at 2, get me a crab plate, seafood platter, wings, whatever. Like, so it's just like, I done seen her through every aspect. I done been in a room, my mom fighting, and you know, I gotta get a dude off her. I'm a kid and he done smacked me. Like we done been in every situation. For real. Like, so it's like, that's my.
And he was making something of himself. He was doing something positive.
Yeah.
He was trying to
like
be somebody.
My brother was, he had signed a deal with Motown, got crazy money advanced, and I watch him like have fun and blow his money. Like, but it's like, I don't know, man. He was, but it's just tough to touch on because it's like, he made some of himself, but he was, you know, when he was talking, he was living. Yeah. Like, yeah, he was really living. Like, he was living that. Yeah. Like, it could have all went another way, but you know, I didn't even see him that night, so I couldn't even get to him before he went to his car to get his, you know, to get his stuff first. Right. So, but he did all that to taking up for that's like the links. Like, the nigga that hit my mom years ago when my brother got big, he went to the man, put a gun on him, and I will kill you. You ever touch my mama? I swear to God. That's what. And so it's like, you know, it's sad that we lost him to that, but like I also, you know, I know what my brother, like, you feel what I'm saying? I know what, and it hurt. Like, it hurt because he's the brother under me. We got the same mom, same dad. That's the only brother that I got is with the same mom and same dad. So it's different. Like, it's different. It's different.
So you in a relationship now? Obviously, you said you've been in a relationship 3 years, and can you just touch on the importance of having a supportive woman and a woman that see a vision in you that you ain't seeing yourself? Because I believe we talked off camera. You told me she the one who got you into picking up the camera, picking up the phone, blogging, and etc. So how important was that, and you not even knowing it until she brought it to you, and now you living in real time?
Yeah, I think it's very important. That's a woman that's, like, I dove into her field, knowing that she couldn't dive into my field, but she was able to let me in her field. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like most relationships, when the opposite is doing something, the opposite don't want you to do it because they may feel like you competing or you trying to step on my toes. But she was the one that encouraged me to get on the camera. Like, yo, bro, just record a little bit. Yeah. Like, just walk around, record. All right, I started doing it because she know that's not really me. That's not really me to be walking around with no damn camera like that. Like, but she like, bro, just do it. And then even now, sometimes like she'll walk around with her camera just recording me, like the shit I be doing, because like, I don't know, she is obsessed and she don't care. She don't care who in the room, she gonna record. Like, if we was all in here just talking right now, she'll be over there doing a whole TikTok because she just don't care. She naturally like that. But it's just like, it's such a blessing, and it's very underrated just to have somebody that's just pushing you.
Investing in you.
Yeah, invested in you, period, especially now. Yeah. Like, so she's very invested. Like, even when I go overseas, she's always there. Like, every month she coming. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's something that you can't really teach because she ain't learning for her. It's not like her mom was flying, but like, she got a kid where she managed, you know, being a full-time mom, you know, having a long distance relationship, working. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, but it also, you know, helps me because it's like, damn, you doing all this, you ain't complaining for real. Like, and I know you got my back. Like, if I go down tomorrow, like, you gonna have my back. So it's a blessing for real, especially through all the situations I done been in. Yeah. Like, I needed somebody like right there on my hip, like, amen. You feel me, to cheer me up. Because it be days I be like, just be mad at the world.
Yeah, such as
and you feel me? She right there, still. You feel me? Can lay on the shoulder, give me a talk, help me. Sometimes it just take a hug. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I be going through stuff. So I think it's an understatement, but I think it's underrated. But I don't think if I wouldn't have had her in a lot of these times, then I don't know where I'd be, for real.
With getting into that media space, and now I think this TikTok generation realized the importance of marketing themselves, and that's in essence what you're doing with vlogging, and because you have a fan base all the way back from high school to Florida State and all of that. So within realizing as you got into it and seeing not only the benefits of it, but just how much people are interested in you, what's your advice to when you go back or talk to younger athletes on marketing themselves or being marketable? Because that's a whole nother conversation within itself.
Yeah, I would say keep a clean face. Gotta keep a clean face. And when I say like clean face, I ain't saying like no tattoos or nothing. Because I got tattoos, but I got a clean face. I got a clean background. I ain't got nothing out there with me ever put my hands on no woman, me never, you know, being in no gang fights, or me never, you know, you feel just nothing. Like, just keep your image as clean as possible, because that'll take you a long way. You look at people like Jason Tatum now, clean image, clean image, so he can be the face of everything. You feel what I'm saying? And then, you know, you got other athletes that get into some trouble. That don't mean that, you know, they image messed up, but I don't think it's gonna be as many brands that want to do stuff with you as far as doing something with Jason Tatum. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's just like that can, you know, just the little things, like, bro, just staying. But that's also how you raise too. You feel me? Because people come from different places and been through different things. But you can also take your pain and mold it to how you want to, and whatever you do, just keep that image clean. You want to keep your face as clean as possible. I think that's like one of the most important things about me is just I don't never want to be in nothing negative. I don't never want my name to be in nothing negative. I feel uncomfortable when I'm around negative. I feel uncomfortable when you even mention me in a negative sense of he was doing this. I don't never want to want my name cross no headlines, so I watch what I do.
What about the importance of having a good team around you? I'm uncertain if, I'm sure everybody kind of has a quote unquote team, but certain people, I mean, like I use myself for example, all my family members and different things, and so I might be around them, but at the same time, I can't take them everywhere I want to go. Do everything.
No, but that's understand. If people feel a way about that though, like, yeah, you can't do nothing about that, because it's like you ain't really getting the bigger picture. I got all my friends that I got to this day. We've been together since we all went to McKill together. All of us. Every single last one of my friends, we still got the same friend group to this day. So I haven't switched no friends, and I ain't really like, I gained friends, but everybody ain't my friend. Like, you feel me? I know everybody ain't my friend, so I handle people how they handle me. Like, it ain't gotta be nothing else to it. I ain't, you feel me? I give respect when respect is due. I respect people, just respect me. Like, you feel me? If it come to a point where we disrespecting each other, we don't need to be even communicating. Cause no, you go, because I just ain't trying to be in no situation like that. I know how I can get. If I feel disrespect, I know how I can get. Like, you know, I got, for real. Like, I know I can get. So it's just, I don't want to be in that situation.
I respect it. So, like, now that you at a certain position in life and etc., you said the NBA wasn't the dream. That wasn't the vision for you, right? So, looking back, what would you tell your 16, 17, 18-year-old self? What would you tell yourself?
Honestly, probably work harder.
Don't limit yourself.
Don't limit myself. Not even because I felt like I was limiting myself then, but it's just like, my problem was when I was in the league I wasn't really on the kiss ass type. Like, I ain't really.
Respectfully.
I got talent. I can play. But I ain't kissing on
Nah, but
yeah, I'm not.
Factual.
Like I ain't. You feel me? Maybe I didn't, cause like that was the first thing when I first got in the league. They were like, oh, he don't talk. But I'm working my ass off. Like, so when I say like work harder, I would've talked to more people, shook more hands.
Network.
Yeah, I would've sooner than I'm doing it now.
Right.
I feel like I do it well now, but when I first got in the league, but that's also like. These people be getting in the league and they'll judge you off your first 5 months. Like, bro, I don't know nothing. I didn't know nothing that I know now in my first 3 years in the NBA. And I also felt like I didn't really start to develop until I went to Monaco of learning basketball. It took me to go to Europe to actually felt like I was getting better in basketball. When I came back from Monaco, I felt like, all right, now I feel like I can do everything. I can read this defense, you feel me? Like I can make this pass.
European game so different, bro.
Cross court pass to him, he gonna hit that shot. Yeah. Like it's all about positions. I'm coming down this lane, I need a shooter in the corner. Like, and I'm not saying they don't teach you that in the NBA, but
they just already expect
I felt like in my situation, like Charlotte at the time, like it was just like. You really had to try to figure it out. After my first year, I had a whole new coach. Yeah. So it's like I had to figure it out. Now I got a whole new coach that didn't draft me, a GM that didn't draft me. They bringing in a new GM and a whole new coach on my second year. Yeah. These people don't know me. Yeah. So that's why I feel like I'm saying I should have worked harder. I should have earlier, been around them more, but you know. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm still totally blessed. I wouldn't change nothing to this day. So,
nah, D-Bake, I appreciate you, bro. You got vulnerable with us. You spoke that real. This go a long way with me. Underrated podcast. Shannon Shorter, they young. You know how it go. D-Bake, appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, family.